What is up, Team Greely? Welcome to the Rugged Professional Studio. My name is Angela Glass, Public Affairs Specialist for U.S. Army Garrison, Fort Greely. And today I am so excited to have a very special guest with us. Today we have the commander of the 49th Missile Defense Battalion, Lieutenant Colonel Mike Keckler. Colonel Keckler, it's so awesome to have you here today. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you, Angela. I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Yeah. Colonel Keckler, you've only been with the 49th Missile Defense Battalion for a short time. For those who might not know you, can you give us a little bit of a background of, who you are, where you're from, what led you to the 49th Missile Defense Battalion?
Sure. First of all, my name is Mike Keckler. I grew up a military child. My dad served for 20 some odd years as an NCO, so lived really all over the world. We ended up in Maryland, went to high school, Bel Air High School, Maryland. Joined the Army National Guard in 1998. I was a junior in high school. Yeah, my mom had to co-sign for me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so went to basic training at Fort Jackson in 1999, advanced individual training in 1999 as well.
Okay.
Funny, we were laughing about it the other night. My first state active duty deployment was in support of Y2K. So I go back a while, yeah. Yeah, went to college in Pennsylvania at Millersville University, graduated in 2005.
Okay.
Commissioned as an infantry officer out of that program and deployed to Iraq in 2009. Yeah, busy times.
Yeah.
And then, I got into the Title 10 Active Guard Reserve program around 2014, 2015.
Okay.
Which is, we go everywhere there's a National Guard interest. Yeah. So I've been to Germany and then most recently, Colorado Springs, Colorado, working for U.S. Northcom as a missile defense officer.
Wow.
So really got inundated in the missile defense world from a very high perspective. The announcement came out for the 49th Missile Defense Battalion for command. I thought I'd be really good. I wanted to get back with soldiers.
Yeah.
Real soldiers.
Yeah.
Doing, real missions in support of the homeland. So I applied and I was lucky enough to be accepted and kind of follow a long lineage of great commanders to command the 49th Missile Defense Battalion.
That is a very long and windy road. But it also looks like you've been really strategically set up to do what you're doing.
Very much so. My philosophy is, you don't say no to opportunities because you never know what's going to come up, right? So I think, to your point, it's been a long, windy road. I never thought I'd be here, honestly.
Yeah.
I've been in 1998, so it's going on almost 30 years now.
1998.
Yeah. So
what was it like working in Y2K?
Interesting. We set up a communications hub in Baltimore, kind of downtown Baltimore, on top of this hill. Kind of a scary situation, but if anybody's been to Baltimore, you overlook the Inner Harbor. So during Y2K, the fireworks were going off on the 1st of January, excuse me, and beautiful sight.
Yeah.
But you're like, the mission was real back then. So it was just a weird, interesting time.
I can't even imagine.
Sure. Yeah, it was. I learned a lot of lessons, a lot of great leaders, a lot of old school Army guys that I worked with. But again, to your earlier point, molded me into kind of where I am today.
That's fantastic. So getting into the 49th Missile Defense Battalion, they have a very specific and vital role in national defense. But for somebody who's watching this video that is seeing it for the first time and just hearing about it for the first time, can you explain a little bit about what the 49th Missile Defense Battalion does, like why they're so important and why people should care about it?
Yeah. So twofold mission. It's not like the movies everybody's seen on Netflix.
We talking about the Interceptor?
Yeah, no, what's it? I don't remember.
Oh, House of Dynamite.
Yeah, very dramatized version of it. But so the mission is really twofold. My military police soldiers secure the missile defense complex with all of the critical assets that are out there to support the mission. But our primary mission, in conjunction with the 100 Missile Defense Brigade, U.S. Northcom Space and Missile Defense Command, and then with the assistance of the Alaska Army National Guard, is to intercept intercontinental ballistic missiles from foreign adversaries that may threaten the homeland.
Okay.
Strategically important, especially nowadays, especially with the climate that's going on across the world. But yeah, that's really the crux of what we do here. We protect. The old saying is 300 protecting the 300 million. And we take that mission very
I
seriously.
don't think that quote is ever going to go out of. It's just
it
going to be
sounds
used.
cool.
It sounds cool. It is cool.
Yeah, it's the bumper sticker version of that.
We all need the bumper sticker. I want one really bad. Okay. Fort Greely is a very unique, for a better word, unique duty station.
Sure.
It's so remote, so isolated. But how does being here affect your leadership philosophy and like how you interact day to day with your warfighters?
So my leadership philosophy is really embedded in kind of my upbringing. My dad was an NCO, taught me the same thing I've learned kind of all my career with mentors throughout the last 20 some years, is taking care of soldiers. I think they're the reason we were successful in our mission. So looking at them from a holistic perspective, not just their physical health, mental health, their training, and making sure they have what they need to be successful and have the mission be successful.
Yes.
Fort Greely is a challenging place because some of those resources aren't necessarily here. We have to go to Fairbanks for some things. But having those resources up there and providing those resources to those soldiers and getting to them to those resources as fast as possible helps the soldier, their families, and then guarantees mission success for us.
Oh, that's a fantastic answer.
I studied.
You're doing a great job, sir. So defending the homeland is, for lack of a better word, there's just so much pressure that comes with it. Does that ever get heavy at times? Like feeling the weight of the responsibility? And secondly, how would you say your soldiers and yourself even fight complacency?
Yes.
Being here and doing the same thing over and over and over and over.
Sure. Yeah. The first part of that question, I think conceptually it's a very heavy thing. I think being here in Alaska kind of takes away some of that.
Yeah.
I mean, you are away, quote unquote, from the flagpole, so you don't see a lot of what we're doing impacting the lower 48 states. But I do think it's important. I think people, again, we get a lot of distinguished visitors up here to see us, and we welcome it. We want the lower 48. We want general officers and leaders across the formation to understand what we do here.
Yeah.
Part of that breaks that monotony and helps us not be complacent in a lot of ways. Complacency is always going to be not rampant, but it's always going to be a thing.
Yeah, to be fighting.
Yeah. How we get around it really is real world events like we talked about really plays a big piece, especially with the missile defense world now. But also the crews that are on duty and my military police soldiers, they train while they're on shift all day. We are 24/7, 365 missions, so there's a lot of opportunities to train. But that training is just not, hey, let's just open the book and kind of go through the list. It's real, it's tough, and it's applicable to what we're actually doing here on the ground.
And you're with them all throughout the day, like training with them quite often?
We'll go out often. Running the battalion is
it's a big job.
It's hard while being different places. We do the best between my command sergeant major, myself, and my staff to be out as many training events as we can. But my company commanders are 100% great.
Yes.
I think anybody's ever met them that understands
fantastic.
they are dedicated to our mission, and they do a great job training the soldiers to be prepared. The other part of that is we're evaluated constantly.
Yes.
So we just got done with the 100th Missile Defense Brigade came up here to do an evaluation on my battalion staff, but they come up every so often to just do what we call no-notice evaluations. So, hey, we're here at 2 a.m. Now do this so we can evaluate you, to a crew who's been on crew for 6 hours at that point, 8 hours by that point. So, yeah, they're always on our toes. Same thing with the military police. They're always doing different events. The platoon leadership are always planning different things safely, and coordinated is important. Yeah. But they do it to make sure the soldiers are always ready, no matter what time of day.
Well, that fights complacency for sure. So we've seen you out and about a bit on the installation in the community. Can you tell us why you feel like it's important that leadership as a whole of Team Greely supports, local happenings, events, things like that, as you prepare to step into today's table talk, which is shameless plug, a place where military spouses can come engage with leadership and ask questions. Why do you feel like things like that are so important?
So having grown up in the military literally my entire life, I remember being in these places that are kind of a far away from everything else, or you don't speak the language.
Yeah.
And I remember vividly growing up and having events the garrison hold. My parents were very good about getting us to these events. And what it really did was bring a community together. If it just was the NCOs on a bigger base generally, or the officers and the units getting together, I think it was hugely important for unit morale to fight that complacency, but also shared understanding. The events here at Fort Greely are fantastic. Again, we are a small community.
Yes.
Delta Junction is a small community. Not a lot of options in a lot of different ways. So having our soldiers come to these things and making sure that they know there are events coming on, encouraging them to go, and then being there ourselves between our command teams, and having that great relationship with those command teams, I think it's important to kind of bring the unit together. I hate to say shared suffering because I don't think it's suffering, but it's shared understanding, shared just values, and just community, shared community.
Yeah. What would you say your favorite event has been so far that you've attended since you've become commander?
Ask me this question. So I would have to say, and it may be a bit of a homer, my mom is German, so we grew up in a very Christmas household.
Okay.
She still has Christmas trees up. She'll be mad if you put this on the air.
We will totally put this on the air.
She still has Christmas trees up. But no, I think the tree lighting thing was amazing.
That's always magical.
We enjoyed it. We still talk about it, how great it was. Just with the rooms and the kids and how interactive they were. It was a great time. It's probably one of my favorite things.
Is your Christmas tree up right now?
No, we took all that stuff down when we were told to take it down.
Being normal.
I know. I'd love to keep the lights up.
Yeah.
But there's other people in my neighborhood who keep their lights up all the time. Command Sergeant Major Holly. So.
Okay, so let's shift gears a little bit. You're fairly new to Alaska, right? And from what you said earlier, you've been a ton of other places, but you're looking at everything with a fresh perspective. What is something that you wish somebody would have told you before you got here about this place?
So I think the obvious answer is the cold.
You weren't told about the cold?
I was, but I didn't. That's the thing. I was told a lot of things when I came up here. I think I didn't take them as seriously. Like, oh, I've been all over the place. I kind of get it.
I can handle this.
The cold is one of them, but I think more than anything, it's especially Fort Greely in particular, it's very isolated. There's nothing really around us. I mean, it's beautiful. The scenery is beautiful. The drives are beautiful. The nature is just beautiful, but there's nothing really around. So that makes things harder here at Fort Greely, in my opinion, for everybody involved. If I need my car fixed, it's kind of hard. There's mechanics off base, kind of hard to get to sometimes. Little life conveniences are not available. But what I've learned from that is, and what I appreciate, and I'm proud of my soldiers and I'm proud of the garrison for this, is if I need my car fixed, there's a soldier on the garrison that'll help me with that. If I need a haircut, there are people on the garrison that will help me with that. If I need something to fix my car, for instance, there's people within my own neighborhood or within the garrison that will more than willing to help me do that. And we pay them obviously, but they do it out of the kindness of their hearts. And I think you don't see that in a lot of other places.
No, you really don't.
People are too busy with their own lives to help other people. And it's one of the things I really enjoy about here, and that nobody really told me about, especially here, when I was mentioning Fort Greely, was just everybody's so willing to help each other, and there's no real questions asked about it.
No, I can't tell you how happy that makes me, because a lot of times people come here and, they enter the gate and they just say to themselves, what am I doing here? Like, you come in the middle of the night and it's windy and it's dark and it's cold, but then you get to know the people and you get to know how willing people are to help, and how a lot of times helping people here it's a like life or death situation. Like you have to help somebody out of the ditch if it's super cold. So there's really such a family atmosphere to where, it's not quid pro quo. Like, I'm going to help you regardless on whether you can help me out or not.
Exactly.
No, I really, really like that. That's so awesome. On another personal note, you got married.
I did.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Only like a month ago, right?
Yeah, March 19th.
March 19th. Okay, so a little bit more than a month.
Yep.
How has married life been treating you, and how are you and Miss Jenna settling into Fort Greely?
Marriage life's been awesome.
Yeah.
It's funny. Again, I've been doing this a long time by myself, so it's funny to see. I think it's not even funny. It's great to see the military lifestyle through somebody else's eyes. Jenna's never had the military lifestyle in her life.
Mm-hmm.
So sharing that with her, our 2 dogs, Bella and Lucy.
Bella and Lucy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, my family, kind of all over the place, her family in Colorado and other places, but seeing it through their eyes and enjoying it and learning the military through my experiences has been nothing short of amazing.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's motivating. It really is.
So Miss Jenna does not have any military background in her.
No.
Okay, so this is all new
All
to her.
brand new. At 6:30 in the morning, the horns go off or the music plays,
Like,
and
this is why they're doing this.
yeah, she's like, "What's going on here?" Or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. What's that for? Well, it's the end of the duty day. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that's just weird. Like she's not used to that sort of thing.
All the acronyms.
Yeah, all the acronyms. But to her credit, she is getting involved more with the spouses clubs and all these events the garrison's doing. She's 100% supportive. So she's really getting herself ingrained, and it's a testament to her.
Oh, yes.
That she wants to be a part of all this, because she could easily just say, "No, we're good." But
absolutely,
she does a great job getting us out, getting us involved. Even when it's been a long day for us. Hey, let's go to the event. Let's go to the community activity center to go bowling. Let's do these things.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
I absolutely adore Miss Jenna. I met her when we went and had a visit with Miss George, and she's just fantastic.
Sure.
And it's always very, very, very heartwarming when somebody actually wants to be here and they want to be a part of what's going on. And you can tell when somebody wants to be a part of it. And we know that Miss Jenna wants to be a part of it. And that's so awesome. So lastly, before we settle things down, I just want to know, do you have any parting words for our audience today? Like, what do you want people to take away from this interview about you?
No, just from a unit perspective, we are a very hardworking unit. My soldiers are, to use your term, rugged.
Yep.
There are a lot of challenges here at Fort Greely. The soldiers are resilient. They do a fantastic job. I couldn't be prouder to be the commander of this battalion. I'm proud of my soldiers and everything they do. I hope they know that. I don't think I share that enough. But
we're going to send this video out to
please
all
do.
of them.
Yeah, please do. Because they deserve the recognition. And as we talked about, we're doing things to get that recognition out there, but they deserve everything they do. But yeah, that's really it. And the community here at Fort Greely and Delta Junction has been nothing but warm and welcoming to us, and we do appreciate that, Jenna and I. It's been an adventure, to say the least. It's been a tough winter.
Yeah,
but
for all of us.
Yeah. But we've met some fantastic people that we normally would never have met, obviously, if we were never up here. We have good friends up here now that, when our time is done here at Fort Greely, we're going to miss greatly. But Alaska and Fort Greely and the 49th has left an impression on us, and a very positive one at that.
Oh, that's fantastic. Team Greely, thank you for staying with us today, checking out this video. If you enjoyed this episode of Coffee and Conversation, please like this video, subscribe for more content, and as always, stay rugged.